Hi Rob, just thought I'd run you through a couple of points from your lesson today. I'm pretty happy with the changes so far. Rob came to see me about 2 months ago. Complaints were shots off to the right, pushes, some shanks that would creep in there, and general ball striking issues. About a 10 handicap I think Rob is, and I'll just show you what we've done so far. Biggest issue with Rob a couple of months ago was his club face. If you see it in the previous videos, you see it's something I work on quite a lot. And what we did to try and help Rob and move his club face was the easiest way, in my opinion, which is just to move the hands and move the grip and try and restrict the rotation of the club face in the backswing. So I just swing Rob up to the top here. I'm just going to kind of pause him into the downswing here, where we can just about see his club face coming down here into the downswing. And over here on the right, we've got Dustin Johnson, a wonderful hitter, somebody that I would use as a model time and time again. And if I just pull Dustin Johnson back down into a similar position here on the way down, we can just see there that Rob's club face here over here on the left and Dustin's over here on the right are not too dissimilar. So the change in the month there I'm pretty happy with. So moving on to where we are now and moving forward with this action, what was discussing with Rob today was his backswing, and his more importantly his arm swing. You kind of see here a run Rob up to the top here, how kind of quite tight and restricted he is here in the upper body, and how far these arms are behind him. This is quite a flat backswing. I know it's a face-on view, but you can tell the arms are quite deep here. I always tell the arms are quite deep because the right arm is barely visible and is right behind the player, and that causes problems for most amateurs in the downswing. If an amateur golfer swings too flat, it tends to be that they'll struggle to get their arms back in front of them on the way down. The average population in golf should have a much higher arm swing. You look over here on Dustin Johnson on the right hand side, you see the arms are much higher, and this is an easier position to be able to pull the arms in front of the body on the way down. What you tend to see here with amateurs, if they have a quite flat or a one-plane style backswing, if you like, is that when they swing flat around the body or inside, one of the things I hear quite a lot is I'm not turning enough. If you tend to see that, what happens is it just pushes the arms too flat and the elbow too far behind the body. There's only a couple of players on the tour that can recover from that position, and like I said, most amateur golfers would struggle, and you see it has that effect on Rob. So if I just draw a line here on his hip, you see what causes a huge push in this direction with his lower half of his body and his legs. You see him pushing quite hard there as he's trying to get these arms, or this elbow here, this right elbow here, he's trying to get it back in front of his right hip bone, his right leg here, and you can just see how he's just struggling a little bit. Again, big pushes the weight too far left, too much weight here. This left hip joint should never really get over this left ankle joint. Just causes a kind of a hip stall and a little bit of an underflip release here. But in general, really happy with the club face positions from where they were. We're not getting any big misses right. Complaints really at the moment, maybe a little bit heavy and maybe just a tiny bit hooky. But no big shots off to the right hand side. So again, if we just look over here at Dustin Johnson on the right hand side and just watch where Rob's pulling down here, you can see that Dustin over here on the right side can pull his arms right in front of the right hip bone. You can see he's still holding leg, he's still holding external rotation in this right shoulder here. His right arm is still bent. It just means that he's not released that right side yet, and the arm's going to look and appear much more in front of him at this point here than they are with Rob, who looks like his arms are dragging somewhat from behind him. So discuss this with Rob, give him a few exercises and a few drills. Just looking to get these arms a little bit higher in the backswing, a little bit more freedom with the right arm especially. Just make it a little bit easier to be able to pull the right arm in front of the hip on the way down, and will reduce hopefully some of this excessive pushing with the legs into impact.